Hello friends, welcome to my channel, a channel for learning simple coding. If you find this video to be helpful, please like, share and subscribe my channel. In this video we are going to learn how we can use context hook in React with the TypeScript. So for using this we have to understand why we use it. So for that, suppose I have a value that I want to pass to multiple components. For that I am taking here that context a.tsx, then I declare one more component. I say context b.tsx, then I create one more component. I say context c.tsx. You see, three component I am using. A component, just I declare rfce, context is created, save this. Similarly I just go to B and I say rfce, created, save it. Similarly in C, rfce, created, save it. Now you see that we have app component, here I have a context component and I want to pass the data in C. Means in C component I want to display props.name. Remember, here I want to display name. So for that I need to declare props here and we have to specify the type of props. Remember that. For that I say context c props like this and I declare here that interface. I say context c props. Here we have a name of a string type. We specify this. So I want to send data from this app. Remember, from here I want to send data or a name. I say Dr. Vipin Classes. I want to send it from here. So first of all I have to specify here also that I am using this data. So just I copy this and I say context props. I am removing C because each and everywhere I have to pass it. So I just copy this and you see, first of all I need to paste here also, then I use here props, then context props like this, and from here I need to call this context A. So from here I call context A, and in context A I need to specify this value in names.props.name. Remember that. Here again I have to create same property. So I go there and I paste here. You see, I need to create here also. Again I have to create here also. It's a big process. You see that again I need to create here also the context B, and in context B I need to pass this value again, props.name. In context B also, you see, in context B we have A. I need to close this first of all, this component here, then save it. So in B also I need to specify this props. I say context props. Here I need to declare context C, this one, and here I need to pass the name. Then we will have, finally we will have data. So I save this also, save it. So finally I have data in C component, and you see we have only three components and repeatedly we are using this code. Repeatedly we are passing the value from app to useContext to A to B, B to C, then finally we have in C, and we are displaying this name like that. You see, so that means we every time just I put br also here for line break. You see that if we have thousands of component inside this app component, then we have to pass this property to each and every component, and if we do some mistake and we do some modification, then we have to do the changes in all the component. That is very hectic and tedious task. So to replace this process, we need a context property. So how we can use context and how we can pass same information to C without doing repetition of code. That is the use of use effect. So what I do, just I create here first of all context. So I say export because we have to export it also. I say it is name, then I say react dot create context like this, and you see that we specify here like that, and I need to import react also. So I say imr, so we import the react. Okay, now we have this create context we have, and we have to specify the type like this, the string we are passing here. Then we have this context also, so I need to create a constant like this. So we create name as a context variable. Now with the help of this, we will provide the value to each and every component under this use context. So for that I need to use it like a provider. So I say provider, then I specify value, and here I just pass the value that I want to pass, like Dr. Vipin I want to pass. So I close it. So under this I have to specify the child component like this. So that means all the component those are used within context use component. That means A, B, C, D, all component those come under this, means those are the child of this context use component. They can use this property. Means this A can also use, this B can also use, this C can also use, but I am just showing here in C. Just for example, same code you can apply in B, you can apply in A. So what I do here, so I need to create this constant variable, and I say we have a name property. So we say name here, again name here, then I say use context, and in use context I need to pass the name. So I say name that we have used there. You see the name we are using because we have exported from here, we are using here. Finally we have a name, then just I use br again, and here I can use name to display the value which we have and save it. You see, just by creating this and by displaying this value we can use it. You see the same value we have, but without repetition from this to A, this to B, this to C, then finally we have this, and we can make some modification also because I have the spelling mistake. Save this. So you see that this way it will refresh, we have this value, and same value we have passed by using use context. Okay, so it is better to use your create context or context variable, and then you can use to get this value by using use context. Now question rise that in property also, if we want to send more property here, suppose I want to pass here address also, so I have to make changes here, then I have to make changes here also, then in B here also, then in C here also, then I would be able to use. But here is very useful, I can use it without doing this. So how I can do this? You see that, for example, I create a object here and I say name values, for example, and here I specify that it is a name inside this, that is I give the value here, I say Dr. Vipin and suppose I want to pass more value like address, so I can pass it here. I say Delhi NCR like this. Suppose I want to pass method also, so I specify that message which I want to display. For message I say that message is like this, I declare a function and I say that is like that, like that. I give here h2 return value, and I say this is message by context object. Okay, so that would be return where I will call this function. This function is there. Now here I need to specify data type also, so I say name types, and I create interface also, so I say interface name types, and here I specify that name would be of string type, then address would be of string type, then message would be of function type, and that will return a string. Remember that, because I am returning this as a, this is element, so in place of a string I say I will react. So we have element, so directly I say it is element. You see, data type is element. I save this. So here it say it's a react element, so I say react element. So for that I need to use react dot react element. Save this. You see, we have specified the data type here. We have this. Now this is the declaration of object, so I specify this object. Here also I say name value, and here I need to specify data type also, so I say name types like this, and this value I need to pass here also now, so I need to specify this value. I say name value like this. I save this. So now we are able to pass this. So what I have to do, just go to C. Here now this name is not a single value, it's a property, so I say here name dot name, because it's a name value. Then I need to display address also, so I say br, and I say it's a name dot address like this. If we have a function also, I want to repeat or use function also, so I say name dot message, name dot message, and this is function, so we will call like a function. We compile it, and you see that we have the method also that we have in function, then we have the ncr address also, then we have name also. So like this way we can use context here in React with the TypeScript to pass the values as a string, and the, you can say the message, the function also, and to the variables also, to pass a object also, to pass a array also. So anything you can pass in create context here, like this we have used here in this video. So that is a very useful features in hooks. By using use context we can do, or we can pass, or we can exchange the values or the properties among the component with very simple way, as I explained in this video. I think you remember or you learn something from this video. If you learn, please do subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.